the burning inside of me. I'm insane. Okay.
Good morning, beautiful people of the YouTube realm. I decided that today is going to be the day that I go over how to witch. I don't know what to call this yet, this project of how to be a witch. It's either going to be how to witch or basic witch. I haven't decided yet. We'll go with whatever I feel later on. But first, we need to fix this because I'm looking kind of grubby. What is this? We're fixing it. I'm walking to get fixed up and the sun just blazingly, I don't even know if you can see it, it's just piercing. But in the distance and all morning, it's been super, super gloomy. And all of a sudden the sun just goes, oh, I'm here. Sunlight behind me, it's insane. I was just about to walk up the stairs and then all of a sudden it just goes whoosh, like a godlight. If I put it in this angle, you can see all those dark clouds were over me around this area in just a second. And then it's the bright light. It's been like that all morning. And I think it's funny because I had lit my negativity be gone intention candle, and then all of a sudden the clouds are just like gone, going that way, and then the sun comes out like almost immediately. That's crazy. Another angle. This one's out my bedroom window, but like look, all the clouds are just like leaving. It's kind of cool. Chickadee, he just came up to say hello. Hello there. What a beautiful day it is. I swear they're like following me around the house. Every window I go into, the birds just like pop up and go, hello. Also, on that note, we've been getting a lot of new birds lately. We've had the evening grosbeak. I'll put a picture, or if I have a video of it, I'll put it somewheres. We also have the cardinals. This is so much better. I went with my little star and moon look. All right, so this is going to be how to witch or basic witches. This is like Witch 101. I can't get this straight. Minor adjustments. When you want to become a witch or when you want to get into witchcraft, first, before anything, so this will be split up into different videos because this is a long list of things. So I cannot cover it all in one video. That would be ridiculous. Step one of basic witches. Step one is ask yourself why. Why do you want to be a witch or practice the witch cult and witchy things? Why do you want to do it? That's what we want to talk about. It's like, why do you want to do it? Know who you are. So that basically means know why you want to do it. Are you doing this because someone told you to? Are you doing this because it piques your interest? You have to know why in order to delve into it, because if you do it because someone tells you to, then you're already on the wrong track, unless someone tells you and then you're interested, and that's a whole nother story. So with that being said, know who you are, know yourself, know if you're capable of doing it, know if you want to do it, know if this is right for you. The glare on my glasses are ridiculous. So step one would be why you want to do it, knowing who you are, and if it's good for you to do it. That's not a whole lot into it as much as grounding. Take time to ground yourself. What is grounding? How do you ground yourself? Grounding is kind of like the way I do it, and it's pretty much the same thing. The way I do it is I A lot of the times I'll just sit in a room and it'll be quiet and I'll just sit there and you're basically meditating to connect with yourself, to connect with your surroundings. Grounding is the number one thing you need to do before you do anything else into spell works and all that. Grounding is something you absolutely have to know you have to do it. You have to know how to do it and you need to do it. It's very important, in my opinion. Ways to ground yourself: you can sit on the floor, or outside. You can sit on the floor, inside or outside, and you can take deep breaths and basically meditate. And you want to hear and feel the surroundings of where you are, whether it be the nature or inside your house. If you want to sit there and be one with your house, you're basically being one with the environment. You are grounding yourself. This is where you are. This is where I am. These are the things that I feel around me. These are the energies that I'm hearing and seeing. And you'll realize once you do that, you will open yourself up to a whole nother world of magic and witchcraft. Like, it'll become a lot more clearer once you do it. Like, it's so hard to understand unless you do it for the first time and you're like having like an awakening and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally understand why you need to ground yourself. Other ways you can ground yourself is going for a walk. You can get in touch with nature on these walks. You can talk to nature on a hike or a trail. You can just sit there and just listen to what nature is telling you. Going on a walk around your house barefoot, where there's like obviously no glass or anything that'll hurt your feet, is also really good. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called earth walking, or soaking up the earth. When you go barefoot, it's said that you're soaking up the earth's natural energies, and that's really good too when you go for a walk or when you want to ground yourself sitting outside. If you are in a small apartment and you're around like no woods, no nature, not really anything, you can also ground yourself in a hot bath, assuming you have a bathtub. Some people don't. But you can either take a bath or a shower, and you can sit there, stand there, and just relax and just think about who you are, where you are, and just know that this is what you want. This is who you want to be. Ground yourself. Immerse yourself in your surroundings. Now, how to know if your grounding worked? How do you know if you did it properly? Once you're done doing your little grounding rituals, you'll start to feel alive and in tune with your surroundings, with the universe, with nature. You'll start to hear the birds more. You'll start to feel the wind, and it'll feel like a sense that the universe is talking to you. The universe is like, okay, I'm ready to help aid you in your adventures, or I'm ready to listen to you, is basically how you'll feel it. Like, after you're done sitting there and you just say you've been sitting there for like 20 minutes and nothing happened, the wind hasn't blown, no birds were chirping, and then you're done, and then you get up and then you start hearing the birds more, or you'll see a bunch of trees moving with the wind. Like, the earth is talking to you. The earth is saying, hey, we are aware of your presence. We're here to listen. I noticed that the more I ground myself, the more energy I feel. I feel happier. I feel more in tune with nature and the universe, and I feel like I'm putting out my energy into the universe, so it's hearing me and it's aware. It's kind of hard to explain until you do it and you try it. It's very important before you do any spell work or before you do an incantation or any sort of spells. You must ground yourself first, because sometimes if you don't, it won't work. It just doesn't work. So you must ground yourself. So after you have done those two basic things, then you can start moving forward and learning about the magical properties of herbs, items. Also buy lots of books or look things up on the internet. Sometimes books are expensive. I find a lot of things on Pinterest that help double check and make sure it's like accurate. Sometimes people say, oh, cinnamon is used for health. or cinnamon is used for good luck. It could be both, but you're hearing two different sides. So always look more into those things and don't just jot down the first thing you see. Always study it and learn more about it. So learning magical properties of crystals, herbs, candles, just color correspondences. There's so much into that. So after you've learned those two things, grounding and knowing yourself, then you can begin on to step 3. And step 3 would be learning the magical properties. Step 4 would be to do a book of shadows. It kind of goes hand in hand, because when you are doing the book of shadows, a book of shadows is a journal of all of your magical notes, all of your data that you want to store. It's your witch book. It's your witch journal. It's like what you want to write down, all the things that you're learning about inside this journal. Now, this may be different for some people on these steps. Some people might have done step 4 before they did step 1, and they're just learning about step 2 or something. Like, it's not an exact order. You can really just delve into the whole thing and just piece it as you want, but this is like my recommendation. This is how I started doing it, kind of. I mean, for the most part, this is how I did it. So I hope that it helps you. As I go into these videos on how to witch or witch basics, I haven't decided yet on the video name, I will go more in depth, more in detail on certain items and what they're about. This is just like your basic 4 steps all in one video. And the next video will be your altar and like things that you would like on your altar. That would be the next step after this. But I think I'm going to end it with that for today. Look forward to the next video, because I'll explain more on how to set up an altar and what should be on your altar. But I hope this helped for some of you that are baby witches that want to come in and understand more about the craft. I am totally digging my makeup today. I had a lot of fun doing it. Woo, so pretty. I hope I explained everything okay. I'm not used to explaining things in general. I'm not that great at it, so bear with me. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Go out there, start meditating, start grounding yourself, learn and understand the world around you. It is amazing. Oh my God, his cheeks are so full. Look at him.